When the front desk and the kitchen aren't talking, it shows up in the trash bin. A missed text or a misunderstood voicemail quickly spirals into baked goods no one ordered, wasted ingredients, and delivery drivers waiting at an empty loading dock. Those errors compound. Every wrong batch ties up your working capital in dead inventory, and every late delivery puts a valuable wholesale account at risk of walking away. To stop the bleeding, we're going to map out a complete workflow from the initial order request to the final delivery and build a shared tracking dashboard to keep both departments aligned. Before we start, gather what you'll need: a digital tracking tool like a spreadsheet or Kanban board, your current wholesale client list, and your standard menu pricing. Connecting the intake desk directly to the kitchen floor provides the visibility needed to manage volume before the oven preheats. Step 1 is standardizing how orders enter the building. That means permanently moving away from late-night texts and scattered emails and funneling every client through a single standardized digital order form. This form enforces your operational boundaries. It requires clients to acknowledge minimum order quantities and agree to standard payment terms before they can even hit submit. Most importantly, this interface establishes a strict order cutoff time. Giving your baking team a hard daily deadline is the only reliable way to protect their production capacity. It's tempting to offer clients total flexibility, but that disrupts the kitchen. Strategic flexibility is safer. You can accommodate last-minute volume changes for standard items, but the production timelines remain locked. By standardizing the inputs, the form acts as an operational filter. The kitchen only receives requests they actually have the time and materials to fulfill. Now that the orders are clean, step 2 is building a central cloud-based dashboard where both the sales and baking teams can track those orders simultaneously. Looking at this board layout, the first column identifies the client name and their dedicated sales representative, so everyone knows exactly who owns the account relationship. The next 2 columns detail the precise order specs and the hard deadline. There is no ambiguity about what needs to be baked and exactly when it has to leave the loading dock. We then add operational columns for ingredient availability and production status, tracking the physical progress on the floor. This layout creates a real-time feedback loop. If an order moves into production and hits a supply constraint, the kitchen flags it immediately, allowing sales to notify the client before it becomes a crisis. A common error is keeping this dashboard locked in a manager's office. Your floor staff are the ones executing the work. They need this visibility to catch and address issues early in the shift. Maintaining a transparent dashboard allows the office and the kitchen to identify delays as they happen, preventing small errors from stalling the entire morning run. Step 3 tackles the loading dock. Before any box leaves the bakery, it has to pass a mandatory quality assurance check. This graphic outlines the exact 3-point checklist your designated auditor must verify: precise quantities, correct product types, and accurate delivery details. Once verified, the person physically delivering the goods must provide a signature or digital sign-off. This creates a clear chain of custody that matches the client's original request. It is easy to abandon this protocol during chaotic morning rushes, but that's exactly when a tired driver is likely to grab the wrong tray. Turning this QA chest into an objective, mandatory routine catches those mistakes at the final hurdle, neutralizing human error before the product reaches the customer. With the daily workflow locked in, step 4 requires looking at the bigger picture. You need a dedicated analytics tab to monitor your wholesale key performance indicators. This dashboard tracks the 2 operational metrics you should review weekly: on-time delivery rate and order accuracy. The third metric is waste percentage. Watching this number drop tells you that your team is successfully optimizing batch sizing and phasing out obsolete menu items. Rigorously tracking these data points turns your operation into a continuous improvement cycle. Every week, the system gets tighter and the margins become more profitable. You've moved away from managing a chaotic, manual process and built a streamlined, data-driven operation. By standardizing intake, sharing tracking data, enforcing a double-check system, and monitoring analytics, you have created a system that protects both the baker and the bottom line. Your immediate next step is to schedule a 15-minute cross-departmental briefing tomorrow morning, introduce the new dashboard to the team, and define exactly who they escalate problems to when issues arise. Reliable internal communication leads to reliable on-time deliveries, securing the valuable wholesale accounts that sustain a growing bakery.